Welcome back to the Wives Club podcast. We are here for another Wednesday, and Merry Christmas. I think this goes out
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, the day before Christmas Eve.
Doesn't Phoebe say that in Friends? She's like, it's Christmas Eve.
I don't know, but I always take my Eves seriously.
It's another holiday. It's so funny.
Do you guys like Christmas Eve more than Christmas?
Yes.
'Cause I like Christmas Eve more than Christmas.
For sure.
It is kind of magical, like the anticipation of Christmas.
I just feel like Christmas Day is like so anticlimactic because you have like the morning and then it's just like, well, that was it. Like,
yeah.
And
like
now we can't go anywhere.
Prepared all month and you're just like,
yeah.
Okay, what now? I don't know.
And like, you're like, well, everything's closed, so we just have to stay in our house all day. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it was different when we were kids because you would have like all of your toys and you would just spend the whole day like playing or whatever.
I feel like I always would like end up at a friend's house or something. Like, I feel like
we would too. We would like go to like our neighborhood friends and like see what they got. And,
anyway, if you can't tell, this episode's about Christmas.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna talk about, I don't know, just everything Christmas, our favorite traditions, memories, all the things.
What's everyone doing? Like, where is everyone right now when this goes up? Where are we all celebrating? I'll be in Utah with Nate's family. And then I think my family, actually, I think it's going to be a dual Christmas. I think I'll see them on actual Christmas Day or Christmas night. So that'll be fun.
That is fun.
Lucas and I will be in Washington for Christmas with all of his family.
Does it snow there?
It's kind of. Yes, it does, but it's like Utah Valley weather where he lives.
Okay. Good description. I got it. I got the vibe.
Yeah, I got that.
I will be still in Arizona. I think everybody's with their in-laws. Oh, except for Sid, right?
Yeah. Yep, we'll be in Vegas with my family.
Oh, fun. So magical.
I know, I'm excited.
I'm actually excited, though, to be at home because I think McCall was saying this. Like, this is the first year that I will be able to celebrate Christmas in my house first and then go, because we just live across the street from our in-laws. And so we'll like open some of our presents here in our house, which I've never done before. Like, I've always been at my parents' house or my in-laws. I've never had it in my own home. So
yeah, I love having Christmas in my own house. Like, it's only happened once, but what we do when we're with Nate's family for Christmas, everyone in his family pretty much lives in the same county. It's not, I mean, I guess there's two siblings that don't, but everyone will be together for Christmas Eve, and we have a huge Christmas Eve party, and then we all just like drive home because everyone has kids and, you know, they need to celebrate Christmas in their own homes on Christmas morning. So we all just like drive home, and I love waking up in my house on Christmas. It's just so magical. Like, it's your own little tree. It's your own little family gathering. Like, it was just Nate and I in the past, but now like Nate and I and Powell, and like we'll wake him up and walk out into the living room, and then we'll just
wake him up.
We'll go visit family, or he'll wake us up probably. Anyway, I'm really excited. It's super fun. So I guess that's one of my traditions. Christmas Eve, Nate's family's Christmas Eve party. It's super fun. We have a slideshow every year of like what we did that year as a family, as just individuals, and that's actually how I told them all that we were pregnant last year. The last slide in the slideshow was a picture of me holding the ultrasound that I literally got that day. I got my ultrasound on Christmas Eve, and I like texted it to my sister, and I was like, add this into the slideshow, no one knows. And that was so much fun. Oh my gosh, I miss it. That was so fun. So yeah, what are your guys' traditions? Let's talk traditions.
I was gonna say, I don't think that we will like do our own family Christmas for a while because our families are close, but like we don't live like close enough that we could just like pop over for the day. So I feel like we'll be traveling with our kids for Christmas. We're also the only ones that will have kids, so like all of our families are
for
always
a long
home.
time, probably.
Yeah. So I think we'll always, but honestly, I kind of love that. We did that when we were little. We always all had Christmas at my grandma's with our cousins. Like everyone stayed at my grandma's house, all my mom's siblings and all of our cousins and stuff. And it was so fun. It was like so fun to be with all of our cousins and our family. And it was like so many people. It was so fun. So yeah, we did that when we were like younger. Once we all got like a little bit older, we started doing it at our own house. But so I'm sure my kids will have the same experience. I think we'll probably do that for a while. I'm sure Sadie and Lucas will too, because they kind of have the same thing, like have to travel.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think that's so fun to like travel and go somewhere for Christmas, especially when you're like a young kid. And I think it's fun now too. Like I look forward to going to Washington.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
I was gonna say I have like a few like things and we can all like touch on it.
Okay.
Real or fake tree?
Fake.
You always had a fake tree growing up?
Always.
Yeah. I've
Costco.
I think I had one real tree when Nate and I got married, but no, I'm a fake tree kind of gal.
We got a real tree once in Utah when me and McCall were around like 10, 11, 12. We would trade off having Christmas in Vegas versus having Christmas in Midway. And my parents were like, let's get a real tree. And we did. And I just hated it because like it smelled nice, but it just shed all the time. And we just have to vacuum it all the time. And it started dying. And I just was like, this is not worth it.
We've had my parents have gotten a real tree every single year. We've never had a tree.
Really? In Vegas, that's
did
hard.
that.
Like, where did you even find one?
We always had a real tree, and Chris's family always has a real tree too.
That's so
and
funny.
He's like, we will have to have a real tree, and I'm like, I don't know.
It's
like I might have to break the tradition.
I'm a fake tree kind of gal.
It is really fun to go like pick it out, and yeah, we always had a real one.
That's what the fresh balsam candle is for.
We'll see if I can carry on the tradition.
Too much work.
I'm not opposed to one, but just like right now in our lives, I don't think.
We would never have one right now.
I think we only did it 1 year. I'm trying to remember. Because we didn't have a place to store a fake tree when we first.
You and Nate got a real one?
Yeah, we didn't have. Now we have a garage, but when we first lived in an apartment, I think we might have had. I can't even remember, but we didn't have a place to put the fake tree when we were done with it because we just lived in a small apartment. So we got a real tree, and maybe 2 years in a row. But I'm very happy with my fake one this year.
Well, that's
much better.
That's the thing about a fake one is like once you have the room, it's so nice to not have to buy another tree again. Like you just have it there.
Yeah, and it's like pre-lit, you know.
Well, mine's not
pre-lit, expensive. But they're like, I know mine's not pre-lit either.
Oh, that's
because I'm cheap.
Biggest perk. What are you doing?
I thought it was
because it was like $100 cheaper to get it not lit.
Yeah, it's so true.
I actually have a huge life hack for everyone listening right now because it's almost Christmas. The day after Christmas, okay? Go to Target, go to wherever you shop, Hobby Lobby, I don't know. And that's when you can get a discount on a tree or wrapping paper. I always stock up on wrapping paper the day after Christmas because it's like 80% off. Like it's so inexpensive. So, I mean, if you're on the hunt for like a really cute print, that's obviously going to be sold out. Like, don't wait. But if you're just into some like classic wrapping paper, some ribbons, some bows, I always stock up the day after Christmas. Life hack.
Life hack. Okay, my next category is matching Christmas pajamas. Yes or no?
No.
We never matched.
I think that's a disgrace to Christmas.
We had Christmas jammies.
You ever go a Christmas Eve without putting on Christmas pajamas?
No, we did. We had Christmas pajamas, but I don't think any of them matched.
No. But Sid, you're going to die. I told this to my in-laws because you were saying how like I was like, no, we don't do, and like Dallin would never want to do that. And you were like, that is just terrible. And I was like, I'm pretty sure my in-laws would die before doing that. And I went and told them about matching pajamas. And my mother-in-law was like, you wouldn't catch us dead in any matching pajamas. No way.
I'm
And I
not
was
saying like every single person is
No.
in white and red striped onesie. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like girls are in like
Girls are in one,
cute-
and then the
yeah,
boys are in.
yeah, and you just get like a nice plaid and a black
Mhm.
Okay,
shirt.
here's the thing though. Madison and I'm pretty sure matched probably most years, but my
Yeah.
brothers didn't match us. Like, and maybe it's because you guys come from mainly all girls, like Sadie's all girls and Sid, you only have one
that's
brother.
true.
Yeah.
But like, our brothers didn't match us. That would just be.
But did
I don't
they
know where-
match?
Lucas's
No, I don't
family
think
did,
so.
I don't
and they
know.
still do.
So we did, especially as
All
we
of
got
Lucas's
older.
brothers did? I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Especially as we got older, it became what we would use all year. So like my mom would get us pajamas, but then like she'd always buy the boys basketball shorts and like a shirt that they could not just wear as pajamas, but like also as loungewear. Like I usually got sweatpants.
Well, I'm the only one that will request
Accept.
Christmas jammies.
Yeah, I still wear them all year round and I still love it. Even as adults, we still love
We
it.
should have.
And we always opened on Christmas Eve. Like is that what you
Yeah.
guys did?
Yeah.
I feel like I might want to do this with my kids. Like maybe give them to them on like December 1st or something so that they can like wear them all month. I don't know. But I definitely have to keep the Christmas Eve tradition, so maybe they'll get two.
I did that with Powell this year. I mean, he doesn't understand when I give him stuff.
Right.
I gave him to him like on Thanksgiving, and I was like, now you can wear it. Like, I think I'm going to do that with my kids, is give them their Christmas jammies on Thanksgiving, because then they have the whole season to wear them.
Right.
He's wearing them right now, actually.
Right now. I was going to say, I feel like Sadie might have, but I doubt Madison and McCall. Did you guys have an elf on the shelf?
No. We were too,
No.
our parents are too old for
No.
It
I
wasn't
am
a
not
thing.
doing that crap.
Okay,
I am.
So I was
that. I
telling
am for
Chris,
sure.
I've seen so much debate about it with like the mommy blogger people of everyone's like, do you do elf on the shelf? Like, I'm not doing it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've seen so much debate about it. And I was talking to Chris about it because we always had one. Like, I think we got ours when I was pretty young. I was in elementary school. And so
I didn't think they came
we
out
still got
until
that
like
guy.
a couple years
Oh, yeah,
ago.
no. Yeah, they've been around for a long time because I don't even think the twins were born when we got ours.
Really?
So my mom always did it. She never did like you see on Pinterest, he's like swimming in like a marshmallow bath or whatever, like the like really extravagant setups. He just like hid around our house. But I was telling Chris, I was like, I've seen so many people say that like they're not doing it because it's like just another thing. But I was like, it's just one more thing that made it so magical as kids. I don't know.
I agree with you because my first year teaching, my team teacher was like, okay, so you have an elf on the shelf in your closet, and what we do, she's like, you don't have to do it, but the rest of us all do it. So it's our classroom elf, and it was so cute because it helped so much with management around Christmas because your classroom becomes insane. And so she said, instead of saying like good or bad, we talk about kindness, and this is kind of what I want to do. And so what we do is like, we'd write a note, and each day the elf would have a note attached to him, and it would say like, I saw so-and-so doing this in class yesterday, and they were being so kind to this person, like things that I would observe throughout the day. And then it'd give them a challenge. It'd be like, I challenge you guys to a kindness, like maybe give a treat to a classroom near you or something. And so they would like make something that day, and then they'd go give it to like the kindergartners, and then it was a different challenge for like 12 days. And I thought that was so fun, and my kids loved it. And so I was thinking, when I have kids, I'd like to make it more about like doing acts of kindness, kind of like the Light the World challenge kind of things. Like maybe he can say like, think of someone who you think would benefit from like an old toy, or like maybe give your old toys away, or I don't know, stuff like that. But
Yeah, that's cute.
she had us wrap it, and the secretaries put it in the freezer, and then they brought it to us. They were like, this came in the mail and it's really cold, and it had like glitter all over it, and the kids would like touch it and they're like, oh, it says it's from the North Pole, and like they would open it.
They just love it. Like I see so many people on Instagram and their kids are just like, oh my gosh, where is he today? Like it's just like another thing that's so magical. But
look
the
at it, they're
debate
like,
I've
"He's
seen
watching
that
this."
people are like, it's just so much for like as a mom to like every day
Right.
Yeah, I'm
like
not doing
move
it.
him or think of something to do or whatever.
But like if you're not going all out, I feel like because you can do like little things that are like
Totally.
write a note on it. Like
Just
I feel
move.
like that
Yeah, it was so
Totally.
do
cute.
that.
And
You
then
don't have to do
I
the
think
marshmallow
the
I
other
don't
debate is people don't like
I can
that
barely
it's-
remember to drink water every day. I can't imagine moving an elf around when I have like 4 kids hanging on my leg. I don't know. I just feel like that's too much.
I remember
And-
like days that my mom would forget and we'd be like, he didn't move last night. And it was like so confusing. Like we were like, why wouldn't he move?
I would do that. And they're like, "Why didn't you move?" I'm like, and they're like, "There's no
I don't
note
know.
today." I'm like, "Oh,
He was sleepy last night.
I saw
Anyway.
somewhere, I can't remember who, maybe you guys follow her too. I saw someone posting about excuses for that. Who was it? Was it Taking Care of Babies? She was like, give your best elf on the shelf excuse as to why they didn't move when you forget. And someone was like, they don't move when
You're
like,
bad.
oh, he must have been too hot last night. Like, or, you know, like different excuses. So I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
could look
pretty
up
sure
a
my
lot
mom
of
would say that we were
excuses.
bad because that's like the whole. Someone was saying on Instagram too. She was like,
Yeah.
my kids respond really well to bribery, and so she was like, it really does help them to be like, oh, the elf is watching. Like
It really does, which is kind
that
of
whole
bad,
thing.
but
Yeah, it's like it sounds kind of weird, but she's like, they just respond really well to being like, we have to be
It's
good
so
for the
true.
elf or whatever. So yeah, I think sometimes my mom would say because we were bad, like he decided not to go back to the North Pole or something. I don't know. Anyway,
That's
funny.
So next let's just talk about like growing up, what Christmas Eve and Christmas Day looked like for us. And so me and McCall kind of have to trade off a little because we had the same growing up experience, but we always remember different things. McCall, if you didn't know yet, had no memory of her childhood.
Short-term
And
memory.
She like remembers 10 years old and up. So I'll fill in the blanks for some.
It's so true. I don't know what's wrong with me. I really have a hard time.
So my favorite thing that people, apparently no one really does, that I want to continue with my family is growing up, we had a beautiful white stocking that we hung on it. We had 2 mantles. So we had like
I
a
was gonna
family
talk
room,
about this.
and we had 2 different fireplaces with mantles. So like the one by the kitchen where we always hung out was where all of our stockings were, and then in the front room we had another one, and it was just decorated really simple and nice, and we had 1 stocking and it was white, and we called it Jesus's stocking. Every year at Christmas we would write basically like a New Year's resolution, but it was like our gift for Jesus for the next year, like what we were going to try to do to be better. And I just loved it because no one else saw what you put in. Like you had your own note that had your name on it, and it had each year on it. And so you could pull it out and see like the things that you wrote out each year. And then you'd write on the bottom, like 2020, Madison, my gift to Jesus is I'm going to do this or this. Like that's what I plan on doing this year. And so I just really thought that was awesome to really bring Jesus back into Christmas and also like reflect on what I want to do. And then I also would see the year before, like, did I do what I said I wanted to do, or do I need to do it again? So I don't know.
So
I just always really liked that.
Do you do that? Did you see my Marco the other day where I was talking about how Nate and
I
I have
haven't
done
started it yet. No.
Nate and I got a stocking for that when we just got married, and so this will be our 4th year doing it, I think. It's so fun. I love it. It's the best.
I know I'd never like heard of that, and when you guys were talking about that, I was like, that's so cute. I love that.
Yeah. I really want to focus like raising my kids. Like Santa Claus is fun and all that stuff, but I really want to try to emphasize that it's like the season of Christ, and like I really want a nice nativity scene.
Me too.
That's on my list of things I want.
Saying like we want that for our kids as well.
Yeah.
Like we don't want it to be centered around like, oh, gifts and all this stuff that you get.
Gifts. Ponies. They're so
Okay. Speaking of movies, if you didn't know, that was a quote from The Grinch. My most beloved Christmas tradition that I carry over is the Jesus stocking and watching It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas Eve. literally the best movie ever. It makes you feel so good.
It's amazing.
I always would just go to bed and just be like so grateful for my whole life. And it just really sets you up for like the next day. You get all these gifts and stuff. Like it really humbles you the night before. I don't know.
Okay, but and to
love it.
people that don't think they'd like it. One, I know a lot of people, especially like Dallin's like this. He's like, it's in black and white. I don't like black and white. That sounds boring. But like I know a lot of people are like that. When I was little, it's not like I loved that movie. Every Christmas Eve, I'd be like, I have to sit through this black and white movie. Like, it sounded terrible. But after a couple of years of growing up with it, it was the best. And it's my favorite movie. Like, probably my favorite movie ever.
It's just so feel good.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
That's my favorite, too. We force all the in-laws to watch it with us. That and Muppets Christmas Carol, they hate both of us.
We accept Lucas into the friend group because he loves Muppets Christmas Carol.
Every Christmas Eve, that's what we watch.
I was going to say that we're just obsessed with movie quotes and stuff. So Christmas is so fun when we all get together, especially now that we're older. And we literally like talk in movie quotes.
Did anyone order me a plain cheese?
Well, we did, but you're going to have to barf it all up.
God. Yeah, we love our Christmas movies. Oh my gosh, Home Alone is my favorite.
You gotta watch Home Alone over Christmas.
I have to.
You just have to. 1 and 2.
Actually, my friend Max, this was a while ago now, but I was mentioning to them, we were all staying together in St. George one week, and I was like, we should all watch Home Alone. And he's like, I've never seen it. Excuse me? Have you all seen Home Alone?
Well, of course.
Yeah, it wasn't like my family's favorite. Like, I feel like all of you guys.
My dad doesn't.
It can quote the whole movie, both
entire
movies.
movie.
Yeah,
and
Sadie
dare I
loves Home
say, best soundtrack of any Christmas movie.
Did you guys know that Home Alone was actually filmed in a high school cafeteria? They built that house. Is that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
When you guys set out stuff for Santa, yeah, we did cookies and carrots and milk. So like carrots, we had a little plate that said like for Santa's little helpers or whatever for the reindeer.
Did you have the Pottery Barn set?
I don't know.
Probably.
and the little Santa cookie plate, and we put cookies on it. And usually when we were little, we'd make sugar cookies. Like in candy cane shapes and stuff, and I want to do that so bad with my kids.
We did that too. We did
that,
sugar cookies.
Yeah, we did too.
I think we'll do that next year, but even this year, Dallin was like, I know he's kind of young, but maybe we could set out cookies and I could eat one. And I was like, yes.
Did you also, did you say this? I'm sorry, you might have said this. We set out carrots for the reindeer.
Yeah.
Did you say that? Sorry.
No, that was my question.
I was making a note.
I was wondering if you guys all set out carrots.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
No.
We never did.
I like that. I mean, the reindeer can't really come down the chimney.
I don't want to eat carrots,
though. But
I love carrots.
I love carrots.
I mean, just carrots. Like a nibble of one.
A nibble. I was going to ask about Santa. Our big present was from Santa, and it was laid out. It wasn't wrapped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently that's weird.
Apparently that's weird.
So we had all the presents that were under the tree. I actually just asked my in-laws about this because I was like, all the ones that were under the tree, when we were little, actually opened all of them on Christmas Eve because they were family presents. So there wasn't that many.
That's weird.
I know that's weird.
It was like our pajamas. It was
two other
sibling
presents.
exchange,
our sibling gift, and
our Nana would give us something.
Right. And then the day of, everything that came from Santa was unwrapped by our stocking. But I was so confused. If you had stuff under the tree before, how is it from Santa?
I don't think people put them out before though. I think they all show up.
Oh, so you don't put presents under the tree before?
No, all of our presents under the tree were just from our parents. My mom would wrap them and put them under the tree.
But you just didn't open any of them.
No. And then our biggest gift or whatever was from Santa, and it'd be just laid out. And then after that we'd open all of our wrapped gifts that were for my parents. Is that what you guys did, Sadie? What did you do?
We my mom wrapped all of our presents. So the ones from Santa, she would just write from Santa. And then the ones from my parents, she'd be from Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
So
I don't know
Another-
what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm gonna wrap all of them.
Even Santa's.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
feel like that's a lot of work. I feel
Yeah,
like
maybe when I
wanna-
have like more kids, that's too much work. I don't know. But for now,
I was gonna say, going along with like presents and like who they're from and stuff, this is like a weird family tradition, but my parents we usually have a few gifts from like someone silly. Like my mom will write, like it's from her, but she'll write like it's to my dad, and she'll write like from his like weird coworker, or like it's
That
like
is
or
so
like
mysterious.
from like a high school boyfriend, or like from like people, just like random weird people, or I don't know. It's so weird. But I honestly
why?
look forward to it I don't know. It's just like funny.
we look forward to it.
that's funny.
I do. Like it's like who's giving us, or like thank you, like whoever random.
Thank you, weird
That is
coworker.
so funny.
Yeah,
I've
literally.
never heard of that or done
Yeah,
it.
I don't know. It's weird. It's funny though. My family loves a funny Christmas. Like when I was with my in-laws over Thanksgiving, I was like, apparently my family only likes like the weird like comedy Christmas movies, like Four Christmases and like Christmas Vacation. And
Dude,
stuff.
I
Gotta
hate
watch Four
that movie.
Christmases.
I've
I know,
tried
like-
so many times I can't go through it.
No,
It's
Christmas
like-
Vacation. I just can't stand it. I can't. It's not my style.
We watch that every year. Christmas.
Yeah,
I'll
my
watch it.
family
I'll watch that one.
loves
Like,
it.
It's
Funny
definitely not my
movies.
dad's style.
like Elf.
for
Did you watch
sure.
Elf?
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like Elf is
Yeah.
pretty crude, actually.
Not compared to Christmas Vacation.
But it
Christmas
is more
Vacation-
like funny. It's more
Yeah,
like a
but it's
funny,
like he's
lighthearted.
wearing like very exposing tights the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it's when you look back at it as an adult, you're like, I watched this as a kid. I don't know.
Yeah, it is kind of funny.
Yeah. What's everyone's favorite Christmas movie? Because I just love Christmas movies.
My family's
really
favorite,
do
like, we
love
watching.
Four Christmases.
Yeah,
I
but-
feel like I can quote Home Alone. Like
Oh yeah.
that's one of my favorites.
I think Home Alone has got to be. It's between
Yeah.
Elf and Home Alone.
I do love Elf.
I don't know which Home Alone.
I know they're
First one or
both
the second
so
one?
good.
The second one's so good.
I know, but you
the first one's
have
so
to go with like the
classic.
classic first one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched Elf in like 4 years.
I love Elf so much.
It's
I like it.
It's one of my
Okay, do you
favorites.
like Elf or the Grinch more? Because I definitely like
the
Elf more.
Grinch.
Oh, I do love
I like
the
Elf.
Grinch.
And I feel like nowadays we have to specify the Jim Carrey Grinch because I feel like there's so many Grinches now.
None of them
that's the
compete
best one.
at all.
Yeah.
I know.
Like-
well, my
like the
dad
new-
always had us watch the original before
but
we
the
could
new-
watch the Jim Carrey because he's like, this is what it's all about. And so
The
we'd have
new
to watch
one's
like the
not
stupid
very
cartoon. I've never really seen the new one. I've seen it like halfway and I was like, eh. I'm also a sucker for like sitting down and just turning on a cheesy Hallmark. Those are good.
My mom never did that, but I like doing it now. Like we never like watched those like growing up, but
I don't think we did either, but I feel like when we were all roommates, that's
yeah, like I
all
liked
that
it.
was on.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Off
best
season, it was
one-
Victorious. On season, it was Hallmark Christmas movies.
The
Low
best-
key, a lot of Hallmark movies are filmed in Utah, and low key, one of my dreams is to be in one.
An extra.
I just want to be an extra in one of the Hallmark. It's no pressure. Like the Hallmark movies are zero pressure to watch,
Yeah.
to be on.
I actually
just
feel
like
we
everyone
saw
knows
them
what it
filming
is.
one not that long ago in Utah.
Yeah,
County.
they were filming one at my like brother-in-law's next door neighbor's house. Like they asked him if they could use his house
That's
one
funny.
year, and I was like, should I walk over and ask if I can be an extra?
You should have.
I know I should have. They would have been like,
Oh, that's
no.
I was telling the girls before, I was like, we don't really have like a lot of traditions. I feel like the one that comes to mind is my mom would always make like a really good breakfast Christmas Day, and we'd always have cinnamon rolls and like some egg frittata. And like that was always like so fun. We'd open presents and then we would go and have like that yummy breakfast. And she would also do like orange rolls and stuff, and it's just such a good breakfast. And then lately, well, I guess once we got married, my mom was like, we need to make some like fun traditions because we don't have any. And so now every other year that we're with our parents, we decorate gingerbread houses, and we have like a little gingerbread competition. And that's been super fun. We actually just did it over Thanksgiving when we were there. with all of us, because obviously we're going to be with our in-laws this year, but that was a lot of fun. Just like decorate with them. But I did want to say a few things that Lucas's family does for Christmas, which I think is a lot of fun. So every Christmas Eve, they all get together with their cousins, because they have like both of his aunts. Well, I guess like two of his aunts live in Toppenish, where his parents live, and then also his grandparents. And so they all get together and they do like a spaghetti dinner at Lucas's parents' house, and they do like a talent show. And so that was super fun, because it was last year, or I guess like the first year that we were there, like 2 years ago, that we did that. And I was like, this is so fun. It was kind of like when you guys said Christmas Eve is like so much more fun than Christmas Day.
It's way more fun.
I kind of agree with that, because it was like a never ending event. Because
fun.
then after that you open, once everyone leaves and it's just like Lucas's immediate family, we opened our Christmas jammies, and then we would like take a picture, and then we would watch Muppets Christmas Carol, and then we would just like fall asleep on the couch. So that was like
fun.
super fun. And that's what they
so
always
cute.
have, that tradition that they do.
Yeah. I was going to say, along with that, like growing up, like you guys all said that you went to your grandparents and stuff. I feel like my family was we've always just been like our own unit, because we weren't ever close to any of our cousins or anything. They lived far away and stuff. And so when I married into Dallin's family, I've loved that too. Like his whole family will get together. They have two parties. One is the Horn side and one is the Freeman side. And it's like all of his aunts and uncles and all of the cousins, and they all go over, and we like, one of the parties we like make pizzas, and we do a nativity with all the great grandkids, and then the other one we do like a poker game and like stuff like that. It's so fun. So I get what you mean. Like I didn't have like extended family parties all the time, and like being in a family now that does that is so fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I remember too, going back to like my immediate family, something that growing up I always will remember is Marley would always try to look at the Christmas presents early. Did you guys ever do that?
I didn't really
Like
try.
sneak.
She would like open up the presents and then like tape them back together.
No way.
I was
I didn't want to know.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the mystery.
I like the
It
magic.
was so funny. And it got to the point where my grandma would have to like double tape like everything, to the point where it's like, we will know if you open this. But she would do that, and then she would wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and like try to wake me and Elise up, and it's like, let's go open presents. I'm like, no, I'm so tired.
No.
Like she loves Christmas. So that was kind of fun too.
I know, I've heard a lot of people talk about like they woke up extra early and like opened their stocking and then put it all back together and like would go back to bed. I'm like, that's too much work. I don't want to wake up early.
That just made me remember when we were growing up, we always slept in our parents' room.
Oh,
We had like all of our sleeping bags out, and we'd all sleep. It was so that we didn't go down early. I think that's the reason we all did it. So like we didn't try to sneak a peek like earlier in the morning or like see my parents do it. And I think I'd like to do that. I don't know. I think it was fun. Like we'd all just have like a little sleepover in our parents' room.
Yeah. I mean, we obviously stopped doing it when we all got older, but when we were really little.
Yeah, I remember Taylor's 10 years older than me, and I remember him being like, I want to go sleep on my bed. Like
He's like, I don't want to sleep on the floor. It
I want to
sucks.
sleep in here.
Yeah.
So he would leave sometimes.
That's
I
funny.
remember the most random memory, but I feel like I need to share it because you guys probably had the exact same thing happen. Do you remember we were probably, I mean, Christmas has fallen on Sunday multiple times probably, but there was one time we were probably all like 7 or 8, and I got an American Girl doll for Christmas.
I remember
I brought it to church, and everyone had their American Girl doll that they got at church. Did anyone else have that experience?
No.
I had Samantha, and me and McCall just went to church with our little. We're
was so
we're so
fun.
bougie. Like
I know. We're like,
That's
I'm
so
gonna bring my American Girl doll.
Yeah, did you guys ever get your like Christmas dress for church?
Oh yeah.
I always thought it was so fun to like get
So
all dressed
You
up.
feel so cute. There's always like,
Guys-
even if Christmas isn't on a Sunday, I feel like there's always like a Christmas Sunday.
Sunday.
Like, Sunday
Yeah, this-
before, yeah.
And it's all it is like you're singing Christmas
There's like a
songs.
program. Yeah.
We used to do like, I'm mixed up on all the years. Once we started doing Christmas like as just like our family at our house in Vegas, we started going to Carrabba's for Christmas Eve dinner like every year. I don't know why, but we just started going there like every year for Christmas Eve, and then we would do like traditional Christmas Eve dinner or Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. And now we've switched it, and honestly, we probably still go out for Christmas Eve, but we started going out to dinner on Christmas Day, and usually we get like
Really?
yeah, usually we get like Asian or like Thai food because that's like the only thing that's open on Christmas Day. But it's been like so fun because it was always so stressful for my parents to have to cook like all day. Like you do like the ham and like it's basically like a big like a I don't know. Do people still do that? Like a big traditional
I don't know if
Christmas dinner? But it was always like so annoying to have to cook like all of Christmas Day and spend the day doing that. And so it's been fun. We all go get dinner on Christmas Day. And then we usually go see a movie too, which we probably won't be able to do this year. But that's kind of what we started doing like these last few years. And then it wasn't last year because I wasn't with my family last year, but the year before, we never really like, it sounds bad, but like we never really did like a like big service project or anything for Christmas. But 2 years ago, we went on Christmas Day and we bought like a ton of burgers from McDonald's, and we drove them down to like downtown Las Vegas and gave them to homeless people. And it was so fun. Like it was like just like such a good way to like serve
Good
on
vibes.
Christmas Day. Yeah.
that's
We
cute.
just like wasn't super expensive. We didn't have to like, I don't know. It was really fun. So I think we'll probably still do something like that, or even with our kids. Like me and Chris just loved it. Like we were like, that was just so, it was super easy. Like it wasn't like a big like ordeal to do like a big service project, but it was fun and made you feel good. So
Sydney, when you said that you guys go out, we actually did start another tradition. Is my family, we go to Joe's Stone Crab and Prime Rib, or Prime Rib and Stone Crab, whatever it's called, down on the Strip. You guys ever been there?
no, I've never been there.
It's so good, and we go every well, we've only been 2 years because we just started this tradition, but it's so good. Oh my goodness, it's pretty expensive.
Christmas
so
Day?
we go on Christmas
Christmas
Day for our dinner. Christmas
Yeah,
Day.
it's fun to go out because it's like you don't have to worry about like cooking and you can just chill all day.
I know.
Maybe I should start that. That sounds really nice. Nate and I just like go get lunch. That would be really fun.
No,
Yeah, it's
before we
fun.
had Brooks, we were and we had a Christmas here with Dallin's family. They took me and Dallin and his brother Jackson out to a really nice dinner, and I was like, this beats like ham. Like, you know.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
let's
like,
ditch the
last
Christmas
year when
ham. What's going on?
I know
with
totally.
that?
It's
I
like,
feel like I
kinda
never
weird.
had that growing up. I feel like we had like a normal dinner.
No,
I
we
can't
had
even-
funeral potatoes and green beans
Ham.
and ham.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Nana would probably make
But
most of
Nana
it.
did it all.
Yeah. Nana was the chef in our house.
My
Some
mom.
people chime in on Instagram their traditions. So Sid, take it away.
Okay, I'll read a few. It's fun to like hear what other people do because everyone does it differently. So someone said a crab boil, which
what?
I don't know what that means. A crab boil. like
Like
I
they
think it's
had-
like a
they
crab
ate-
dinner, like a crab
They
dinner.
ate crab. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yep, making homemade Christmas shaped pizza. So like Christmas tree pizzas.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cute. That's
Easy dinner to do at home. Like that's like fun too.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve dinner at my aunt's house and coming home to open new PJs.
Yes.
We love
a
that.
classic.
A classic. Go out to dinner once a week until Christmas, only in the month of December.
I do that all year round, but that's
I was like, good for you for only going out to dinner in the month of December.
Oh yeah, I wish I was that disciplined, but next one.
I know. I was like, well, but that's really good for you. And then the last one's putting up lights and decorating the house. I forgot to say stuff like that. My mom goes all out. My dad has always, I was telling Chris that, I was like, I'm so excited to have a house to put up lights and stuff. And Chris was like, I think I'm going to be hiring someone to do that. And I was like, my dad did it every year. He still does. He like sent us a picture the other day.
Expensive it is to hire that kind of thing out?
I know, it's so expensive.
People will quote you thousands of dollars.
Thousands. Oh yeah, totally.
So yeah, Nate's going to be on a ladder. Catch him at our house one day. Go ahead.
We were able to put him up this year. It was so fun. And Don has them like his dad and him got like the same lights, and you can use your phone to like program them. So like he can turn them on with like his phone or like change the mode on his phone. But he was actually so excited to put them up. Our house is really small, so it's not that hard, but
I actually feel like I want to get them professionally put up and they stay up all year. And then you can turn them on for like the 4th of July, like have red and blue, and then like Halloween. Like, have you seen those houses that do that? It's kind of cheese, but I'm like, that's kind of cool. I don't know. And then it's so easy that you just turn them on when you want them on. Like, you don't have to think about it in October before it starts snowing and get up on the ladder. And so I feel like I actually will have it professionally done, but just once, not every year.
Leave them up.
Just leave them up.
Yeah. But yeah, my mom even on the inside, full out. She loves
full out. The garland on the stair rail. Oh, so magic.
It's so fun. So that's all. That was all of our responses. It's fun to hear what other people do and it'll be fun to see like what we do once like we like have bigger families like of our own. Because I feel like even like we were saying like our immediate families stuff changes. Like when you're little you do stuff, and then as your kids get bigger, and then now we're all having our own kids, so it's fun to think about and reminisce what we used to do as kids and what we do now. And we love Christmas. The Christmas season is almost over now. Now that this is going out, it's like Christmas and then it's done. But we know McCall's December 26th. Christmas is over, so
it's done. Take it
so
down.
It's over.
Wait till next year.
Wait till next year.
I thought you were going to say
I celebrate.
December 26th is when she celebrates because she never remembers the day of Christmas.
Oh, I don't know the actual day. Okay, it's the 25th. Oh, you caught me. Oh.
Okay, it's the 25th.
Okay.
I'm dead. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for listening. I guess this is our last episode. Oh no, is it not? I was gonna say, is it the last episode of the year?
Nope. We have one that goes up on like the 30th.
One more for this year. Okay. So, but still, thanks for listening for the last like 6 months. It's been like
7 months.
It's been so much fun for us, and we really appreciate everyone listening. We would appreciate it so much if you would subscribe to us on the Apple Podcast app. So yeah, give us a 5-star rating and write a little review if you love the podcast and you want us to keep doing it. Follow us on Instagram. You know the drill. You know where you can find us. And yeah, have a happy holidays, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Bye.